The alarm started before anyone understood what was happening. Inside the Galactic Council's main chamber, the lights flashed red again and again, filling the hall with a cold warning glow. Hundreds of diplomats, generals, and scientists looked at each other with confused fear. The chamber was built to stay calm during any situation. But today it shook like something was pulling the entire station out of place. Counselor Varric, an old alien with silver skin and deep green eyes, tried to stay steady as he read the scan report. His voice trembled. Something is entering real space near our capital. Something massive. Every screen in the chamber turned to the star map. A single object appeared. At first, it looked like a small dot, but that dot grew larger and larger until it covered the whole display. It was not a ship. It was much bigger. A silence moved through the chamber like ice. No one spoke. No one breathed. Varric whispered the words everyone feared. This cannot be real. The station's sensor shook again, louder this time, as an enormous blue light burst outside the windows. A wormhole opened, twisting space like bending glass. Energy waves hit the station, rattling it like a child's toy. Then, through the glowing tunnel of light, a shadow appeared. Long, wide, heavy. A Titan-class warship. And not just any Titan ship, human one. The chamber exploded into chaos. Soldiers shouted orders. Diplomats screamed. Scientists dropped their tablets as if their hands had suddenly gone cold. Humans, the species everyone believed, had disappeared. The species the Council once pushed aside. The species they thought would never rise again. Now they had returned. With a warship larger than anything the galaxy had ever seen, General Korth slammed his fist onto the table. This is impossible. Humans do not have this technology. He said it loudly, but even he knew the truth. If the scanners were correct, then the power level of this single human ship was equal to the combined fleets of 7-star empires. The hologram finally stabilized. The Titan warship was fully visible now. Its metallic surface glowed silver blue under the star's light. Hundreds of massive engine thrusters burned bright like small suns. Its hull was covered with strange symbols, human writing, and golden lines that looked almost artistic. The ship's front had a long spear-shaped structure, and at the center lay a giant energy core rotating slowly, humming with power far beyond understanding. It looked calm. It looked controlled. And yet, it felt angry. Counselor Varric watched it with growing dread. He had seen many warships in his lifetime, but never something like this. It did not move like a ship. It moved like a living creature. Slow, confident, fearless. The second-in-command scientist stepped forward. Sir, its energy readings are breaking our system. The ship is not using standard fusion. It is something else. Something we cannot analyze. Before anyone could reply, a bright flash appeared behind the Titan warship. A second human battleship, slightly smaller, but still far more powerful than any ship the Council owned. Together, they flew silently, cutting through the nebula clouds like giants walking through smoke. Panic spread again. They are invading. They will destroy us. We must fire first. Shut down the stargates. Call every fleet.
Oh.
Counselor Varric raised his voice sharply. No one fires. No one moves. Do you want to start a war we cannot win? The chamber fell silent again, because they all knew he was right. Against this ship, they were nothing. Varric turned to the main hologram showing a live feed from the outer defense cameras. The Titan warship had slowed down. Blue light gathered around its engines. Its long shadow crossed the clouds below, covering the entire horizon like nightfall. A message flashed on the screen. A known signal detected source. Human warship type. Communication or request. Every council member froze. Humans wanted to talk. Varric swallowed hard. Except the transmission. The lights dimmed. The air felt heavier. A holographic figure formed in the center of the chamber. It was a human, tall, calm, and wearing a dark navy uniform with glowing lines that looked like soft blue fire. His face was serious, almost emotionless. His eyes were sharp, watching every alien in the chamber as if he already knew them. No one dared to speak. The human commander finally opened his mouth. His voice was quiet. Too quiet. "Galactic Council," he said. "Your time of hiding is over." Every alien in the room felt a cold chill run down their spine. "We warned you long ago," the human continued, "that your actions would have consequences." No one moved. "You lied to the galaxy. You controlled the weak. You destroyed worlds in the name of peace." But no more. The hologram shifted. The image zoomed out, showing the Titan warship again in full size, its engines slowly burning brighter. The human commander finished with one terrifying line: "Earth has returned. And today, we will show you the truth." The hologram vanished. Silence filled the chamber, deeper than before. No one spoke. No one even breathed. Varric finally whispered, "For the first time in history, the Council is afraid." Outside the windows, the Titan warship turned slightly, pointing its glowing spear toward the Council capital. Its engines hummed like a giant heartbeat. Lightning cracked behind it, lighting up the ship like a god descending from the stars. Humanity was not weak. Humanity was not lost. Humanity was not finished. Humanity had evolved. The galaxy was about to learn that truth the hard way. The Titan warship did not move for several long seconds. It simply floated in the dark sky above the Galactic Council capital, glowing with quiet power. But to everyone watching, it felt like a giant hand was pressing on their chest. No one spoke inside the council chamber. No one dared. The human commander's words still echoed in their minds. They had been judged. Their lies were known. Humanity was no longer the weak species the galaxy once mocked. Counselor Varric tried to steady his breathing, but each second felt heavier than the last. The chamber screens blinked with warning messages. Multiple. Drones detected type, unknown origin. Human warship. Varric frowned. Drones? For what purpose? The scientist beside him shook her head nervously. "We cannot detect weapons on them. But the energy inside, I've never seen anything like it." Before they could guess further, hundreds of bright blue spheres shot out from beneath the Titan warship. They flew across the sky in perfect formation, leaving trails of glowing light behind them. They were too fast for the Council's defense system to even track. Within seconds, they disappeared into the city. Panic erupted again. "They are attacking. They are planting bombs. Evacuate the capital. Shut down the power grid," General Korth roared. "Silence! We do not know their intent." But the fear was already spreading through the room like fire. Varric opened the drone feed on the main screen. Everyone watched closely. The drones were not attacking. They were scanning. Buildings, government halls, military bases, research labs, private vaults, anywhere secrets were hidden. The council chamber shook with fear as more screens lit up. Evidence appeared, classified documents, videos, communications, things the council had buried for years. The drones were exposing everything, every lie, every corruption, every crime, and the footage was not kept inside the chamber. It streamed across the entire planet. Billions of citizens watched human drones revealing the truth in real time. The truth the council had hidden for centuries. The chamber filled with gasps of shock. The humans. "They are showing the people everything," whispered a diplomat. Varric closed his eyes. "They are not here to conquer us. They are here to end us." Meanwhile, on the Titan warship itself, the human commander watched silently from the bridge. His officers monitored the drone activity, the council's reaction, and the spreading panic. One officer spoke. "Sir, the data release is complete. The entire planet knows." The commander nodded. "Good lies survive in darkness. We bring the light." His tone was calm, almost emotionless, but behind his voice was something deeper pain. Earth had suffered because of the council long ago. They had lost people. They had trusted the wrong leaders. Now, they were correcting history. Back in the council chamber, the screens flickered again. A new signal started coming in this time, not from drones. It was another message from the Titan warship. "Put it on," Varric said with a defeated tone. A hologram of a different human appeared. This one was older, with silver streaks in his hair and a gentle but firm look. He wore a badge that read, United Human Front Peace Corps Division. Peace Corps. The galaxy had never heard that name before. The human smiled slightly. Galactic Council.
My name is Admiral Rowan. I speak for Earth.
His voice was calm, controlled, too controlled. We did not come here to burn your world. We came here to expose your truth. Rowan pointed to the glowing drones on the screen. For decades you lied to your citizens. You created fear to stay in power. You attacked worlds and blamed other species. You forced smaller civilizations into silence. You even tried to erase Earth from history. A ripple of whispers spread through the... But, Rowan continued, we are not here for revenge. We are here for balance. General Korth slammed his hand on the console. Balance? You are humiliating us. Rowan looked at him calmly. Truth is not humiliation, General. It is correction. The chamber fell silent. Rowan stepped aside as a new hologram appeared, a rotating sphere of white-blue energy. Pulsing slowly, this, he said, is the heart of our Titan warship. We call it the Eden Core. Scientists in the chamber nearly collapsed from shock. Impossible. It breaks physics. No species can create stable energy loops. This is beyond our understanding. Rowan nodded. It is technology you tried to stop us from developing. You stole our inventions. You sabotaged our experiments. You feared a future where Earth stood equal to the Council. His voice became colder. But you failed. And now, your galaxy will learn the truth. Humanity does not break. Humanity rebuilds. The hologram vanished. The chamber went silent again. Even the alarms felt weaker now. Varric finally spoke, his voice cracking. What do they want from us? As if the ship heard him. A new message appeared on the screen. Human transmission. Final unnoticed, everyone leaned forward. The human commander from earlier appeared again. We are giving the Galactic Council one chance, he said softly. One chance to step down peacefully. One chance to return control to the people. One chance to end corruption. His eyes narrowed, sharp and cold. If you refuse, we will remove you ourselves. The screen went black. The chamber fell into deep, terrifying silence. Outside, the Titan warship hovered like a giant shadow over the capital, glowing brighter and brighter. Humanity had spoken. The galaxy had heard. And the Council realized their doom had truly arrived. Asterisk, the Titan warship, hung in the sky like a second moon, glowing brighter with every passing minute. The alien clouds around it twisted, as if space itself was bowing. On the surface below, the capital city trembled with fear and awakening. Inside the council chamber, the silence felt heavy, too heavy to breathe in. Counselor Varric stood frozen. His hands shook as he stared at the blank screen where the human commander had delivered his final warning. One chance, Varric whispered. They gave us one chance. General Korth, furious and desperate, slammed his fist against the wall. We cannot listen to them. We are the Council. We control the galaxy. But his voice carried no power anymore. The truth was out. The people knew. The galaxy knew, and the Titan warship still hovered above them. Calm but terrifying. Varric watched the glowing engines outside the chamber window. They pulsed like a giant heartbeat. General. Even our strongest fleets cannot harm that ship, Varric said quietly. Korth glared at him. We have weapons the humans do not know of. We have a final safeguard. Several council members gasped. Double quotes, no, you cannot use that, one whispered. That weapon can destroy the entire capital. Korth's eyes turned cold. Better the capital destroyed than our power taken. Before anyone could stop him, he activated a secure code on his wristpad. The chamber lights flickered, and a deep warning horn echoed. Illegal weapon system activated target. Titan-class warship countdown. 60. SCCO and Dest. The floor vibrated. The capital's underground cannons roared to life. Varric shouted, Korth! Stop this. You will kill millions. Korth stepped back with a mad smile. Humans think they can threaten us. Let us see how strong they really are. Far above, on the bridge of the Titan warship, Admiral Rowan saw the weapon charge, sir, an officer said. They have activated a planet core beam. It is aimed directly at us. The Admiral nodded calmly. Prepare the countershield. The ship's energy core brightened until the entire bridge glowed blue. Shield ready, the officer confirmed. What will happen when the beam hits us? Another asked. Rowan answered calmly. Nothing. Back on the surface, the weapon fired. A gigantic column of burning white energy shot from the ground, cutting through the clouds like a blade. It moved with unbelievable speed toward the Titan warship, shaking the sky. Every citizen watched. Every soldier watched. Every council member watched. The beam struck the warship's hull. There was a flash, a thunder-like roar. And then, nothing. The Titan warship did not move. Not a scratch. Not a dent. Not even a flicker in its lights. It was like a mountain being hit by a raindrop inside the council chamber. Korth's smile slowly faded into horror. No, this is impossible, he whispered. Varric stared at the warship with wide, shaking eyes. We never stood a chance. On the Titan bridge, Admiral Rowan spoke calmly. Begin dismantling the weapon. The ship released a silent blue wave of energy. It spread across the sky, gentle and slow, like a soft breeze, but unstoppable, as it touched the planet. The underground weapon systems began to shut down. Circuits melted. Launch bays sealed. Power grids collapsed. The device Korth had fired was dismantled piece by piece without harming anyone. Humans had ended a super weapon. Without violence, inside the council chamber, panic erupted. Their technology, how is this possible? They tore apart our strongest weapon like paper. We cannot fight them. We are finished. Korth backed away, eyes shaking with fear. They are monsters. Varric shook his head. No, General. We are the monsters. They only came to show us. Chamber doors burst open. Armed soldiers' council forces entered, but their weapons were lowered. Their captain stepped forward. Counselor Varric, we will not defend the council anymore. Your lies are known. The people demand justice. Korth screamed, You traitors! You swore loyalty. The captain replied in a steady voice, We swore to protect the galaxy, not criminals. The soldiers surrounded the council table. No one resisted. Varric lowered his head. It is over. A bright blue beam fell from the Titan warship, forming a hologram that covered the entire sky. Every citizen could see it. Every soldier could see it. Every world tuned in. Admiral Rowan appeared again. People of the galaxy, he said gently, do not fear. Earth is not your enemy. He gestured toward the council chamber, where soldiers were arresting the corrupt leaders. These people used their power to control you, to hide the truth, to silence your voices. That time ends today. The crowd watching from the street stood in silence. From this moment, Rohan continued, your worlds will govern themselves. Your voices will be heard. No more fear. No more lies. He paused, letting the moment sink in. Humanity does not rule you. Humanity frees you. The words echoed across the planet, across space, across the galaxy, on the ground. Varric looked up at the Titan warship with tears in his eyes. They could have destroyed us, he whispered, but they chose mercy. Korth fell to his knees, defeated and trembling. The Titan warship slowly rose higher. Its engines ignited, glowing like newborn stars. A final message appeared on every screen. If the galaxy ever needs us again, call for peace. Not for control. The Titan warship turned, entering a massive wormhole of swirling blue light. The second human ship followed. Within seconds, they were gone. Only the